Finally, Greek godhood is mine. And who would have thought all it took was killing enough Tron players to stain a toga red with their blood? Now, what should I do with my newfound godlike powers? I know! I need more lightning bolts!
Kano does not advocate, encourage, or support violence against Tron players. If you want to see more jank decks like 24 Bolt, please subscribe to this channel. Thanks.
So I tried a little experiment today, and that experiment is called, how many lightning bolts can we put in a deck before it becomes non-competitive? Let's find out. Alright. This looks like a hand that might do the job. So we'll keep. Opponent starts Eldrazi Temple. We untap. And draw Fiery Temper. Play Sulphurous Springs. Bump in the night our opponent. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Wastes. Casts a Matter Reshaper. We untap. We draw Faithless Looting. We'll play Bloodstained Mire. Fetch with Bloodstained Mire. Find Blood Crypt. Untapped. And let's Faithless Looting. Discarding a land and an Alms of the Vein. Madness. Get that sweet 1-mana Lightning Helix value. Pass the turn. So we'd like to draw some more 1-mana threats here. Like a Bombat Courier would be pretty sweet. Opponent plays an Eldrazi Mimic. And a Smuggler's Copter. Gets in for 3, we go to 15. Untap. We draw a Faithless Looting. Play a Mountain. Play a Swift Spear. Play a Faithless Looting. Prowess. Discard Flame of Keld. And Alms of the Vein. Madness. One mana Lightning Helix. Attack for 3. Opponent animates Copter. Blocks with Copter. Alright, they get to loot, we kill Copter. Discarding that second Flame of Keld might have been a problem. We'll see. Kill Copter, pass the turn. I really wanted the 4th land, though. If we draw a second Fiery Temper or Alms of the Vein to have in our hand, this Flame of Keld is going to be pretty crazy. Opponent plays an Eternal Scourge. Mimics it up. Plays an Eldrazi Mimic. Does not mimic the Eldrazi Mimic. Gets in for 6. We untap. We draw Blackcleave Cliffs. Play Sulphurous Springs. Play Flame of Keld. Prowess trigger. Discard our hand. Fiery Temper, Madness trigger. Shoot Eldrazi Mimic. Get in for 3. Opponent does not block. Well, as long as our opponent's last card isn't Smasher. Another Eternal Scourge. Opponent gets in for 9. We go to 2, untap, draw Rift Bolt, 2 other cards, Lightning Bolt and Soul Scar. Play Soul Scar Mage. Suspend a Rift Bolt. Yep, and we're dead. I don't think we actually had an out there. Looting wouldn't have got us anywhere either. Okay. So versus Eldrazi. Let's go... Actually, I like gut shots because of mimics and the 3/3s. Do we want abrades? I think we want some number of abrades. We'll bring in a braid. I think we cut Bump in the Night. And... We'll cut a Flame of Keld, an Alms, and a Rift Bolt. Try it like this. Yes, would like to play first. One land's kind of risky, but I'm going to keep it because we got a Bomb at Courier. Opponent starts Gemstone Caverns. Exiles a Ghost Quarter. Play Bloodstained Mire. Fetch up a Blood Crypt. Play Bomb at Courier. Get in for 1. Opponent plays Zalfirin Void. And Eldrazi Mimic. We untap, we draw another Bomb at Courier. So play Bomb at Courier. Attack for 2. Opponent blocks. They untap. Play a Mutavault. And a Matter Reshaper. We draw Faithless Looting, so let's Faithless Looting. We'll discard... I think we discard Rift Bolt. And... kind of hesitant to discard this Abrade. I guess Lava Spike. Play Sulphurous Springs. Lightning Bolt, Matter Reshaper. Okay, Matter Reshaper trigger. Finds a Blink Moth Nexus. Get in for 1. Opponent finds and plays another Blink Moth Nexus. Plays Eldrazi Mimic. And plays a Matter Reshaper. We untap, we draw Mountain. Play a Mountain. We will Abrade the Shaper. Opponent gets another land. Let's attack. Opponent blocks. Yeah, let's go ahead and draw 3 cards. It may have been better to not attack there, but I'm fine drawing 3 cards. Opponent animates a Mutavault. Animates a Blink Moth. Gets in for 5. We go to 11. We untap. We draw a Sulphurous Springs. So let's play a mountain. Cast Faithless Looting. We draw a Swift Spear. It's a pretty good draw. Play Swift Spear. And get in for 1. Opponent plays a Thought-Knot Seer. That's incredibly bad for us. And if it wasn't game before, it probably is now. Damn. Opponent sacks Gemstone Caverns, wants to get in the extra damage. Attacks for 6. We untap, we draw. Second Swift Spear, and we'll scoop it up. Alright, start. Sulphurous Springs. Suspend Riftbolt, pass the turn. Opponent starts Forest. Into an Elvish Mystic. I think we have to go face. We draw another Riftbolt. Suspend another Riftbolt. Opponent plays a Nettle Sentinel and a Heritage Druid. I think this has gone the worst way possible for us. And perhaps we should have bolted the Mystic. If we'd drawn a land, though, we'd be well on our way to killing our opponent. Opponent plays a Clan Caller. Okay, Riftbolt coming off Suspend. Hit Heritage Druid. We draw another Riftbolt. Suspend Riftbolt, pass the turn. Opponent plays Azuri. Gets in for a bunch. We go to 11. Untap. Riftbolt Azuri. Get a Bloodstain Mire. Play Bloodstain Mire. Fetch with Bloodstain Mire. Get a Mountain. Lava Spike. Bump in the Night. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a land. Attacks for 3. We go to 6. Untap. We draw another Flame of Keld. I don't think we could win. I have a feeling if we didn't bolt the creatures, we bolted, we would have died instantly. But if we bolted our opponent's face, we might actually be in range to kill them. I think we're going to pass and see if we can't wait one turn to draw a land. Opponent probably has Collected Company here. They don't. Interesting. Opponent Clan Callers. Kill Clan Caller. Untap. We draw a land. So Flame of Keld. The good news is Nettle Sentinel hasn't untapped for like 3 turns. Pitch our hand. Cast Alms of the Vein. Target our opponent. Take him to 8. Now, if we untap and draw Bolt, 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 we win the game. Provided our opponent can't kill us here. When it plays a Dwinin's Elite. Gets in for 6, takes us to 2. Alright, triple bolt for victory. It's not a bolt. We draw 1 lightning bolt instead of 3 lightning bolts. Sad days. Alright. I'll bring in gut shots. I think we go down, bump in the Knights. Yeah, let's go down, bump in the night. Try it like this. We would like to play first. Alright, this is a pretty decent opener. We will keep. Start Bloodstained Mire. Fetch up a Blood Crypt. Play Swift Spear. Get in for 1. Opponent plays a Forest. Plays a Heritage Druid. We untap, we draw a second Swift Spear. So play a Mountain, play Swift Spear, Faithless Looting, bunch of triggers, discard Soulscar Mage, and a land. Gutshot Heritage Druid. More triggers. Get in for 6. Opponent says seems pretty good. Opponent plays a Dwinin's Elite. We draw Black Cleave Cliffs. We'll play Black Cleave Cliffs. Bolt Dwinin's Elite, trigger. Play Flame of Keld. Trigger again. Get in for 6. Take him to 7. Pass the turn. Should probably be winning this game. Opponent plays an Elvish Visionary and a Heritage Druid. We untap, we draw 3 cards. Draw land, Rift Bolt, and Faithless Looting. Cast Faithless Looting, trigger, trigger. Discard Rift Bolt and a land. Play Monastery Swift Spear. Bolt our opponent. 3 triggers. And opponent has to block 2 different creatures, so they scoop it up. Ooh, Gutshot's pretty good versus elves. Just run it back for game 3. This seems like a pretty decent opener. We will keep this one. Opponent starts Forest into Elvish Mystic. Gutshot off the top would be amazing. We draw Fiery Temper. Play Swift Spear. Get in for 1. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Llanowar Elf. Gets in for 1. We're on the 1 elf plan, huh? Well, Blackcleave Cliffs isn't bad. Play Bloodstain Mire. Play Soulscar Mage. Fetch up Blood Crypt. Bump them. Yield to our prowess triggers. Heck, even if we get a hard cast Fiery Tempers next turn, we're going to be in a great spot. If we draw Faithless Looting, it's like game over. Opponent plays a Heritage Druid. Taps the dudes. Plays an Elvish Visionary. Nothing else. We untap. We draw a Lightning Bolt. We'll play Blackcleave Cliffs. Let's attack. No blocks. Shoot Heritage Druid. Take our opponent to 10. Pass the turn. Opponent plays an Elvish Archdruid. Come on, Faithless Looting. Bomat Courier. We'll play Bomat Courier. Bolt Archdruid. Let's attack like this. We'll save the Bomat Courier as basically just a discard outlet for our Madness spells, and that'll kill our opponent next turn. Opponent plays a Clan Caller. And a Llanowar Elves. Well, opponent is dead out of hand, but they don't know it. So untap. Draw Bomat Courier. Attack with Bomat Courier. Let it exile a card. Discard our hand. Fiery Temper our opponent. Alms our opponent. "24 bolt, taking down elves." Alright. 24 bolts, round 3. This looks like a really good opening hand. We will keep. Start Cliffs. Play Bomat Courier. And get in for 1. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Swamp. Plays a Shrieking Affliction. We untap. We draw a Mountain. Play a Mountain. Play Faithless Looting. Discard Blood Crypt, Alms of the Vein. Alms our opponent. Get in for one. Next turn, we're going to cast our entire hand except for Flame of the Keld. Should be pretty good. Opponent plays a Mutavault. We untap. We draw a Lava Spike. Play a Mountain. Play Bombant Courier. Lava Spike our opponent. If our opponent intends on animating Mutavault to block, we bolt it 100%. Bolt the Mutavault. Opponent is now down on lands. Hopefully we draw a 1-mana spell here. Opponent plays a Rack. We untap. We take some damage. Play a Mountain. Play Flame of the Keld. Attack, attack. Pass the turn. Opponent plays an Urborg. Opponent plays a Liliana of the Veil. Opponent makes each player discard. And Snaring Bridge. Well, at their end step, we will sack Bombant Courier, draw 4 cards. Untap. Rack triggers uselessly. We draw Lava Spike. We draw 2 cards off of Flame of Keld. Oh my gosh. Play Swift Spear. Play Swift Spear. Spike our opponent. Bunch of triggers. So much damage. So much damage. And we kill our opponent by shooting them with lightning. Alright, versus 8 Rack. We might want to Braids. That seems reasonable. Like, not terrible. Let's drop some Rift Bolts for some Braids. Try it like this. We might need to destroy... Oh, we'll bring in the 4th one, too. We do want the ability to destroy Ensnaring Bridge if they've got it. And it has the upside of occasionally shooting a Mutavault. Alright, well we have a decently fast opener. We would like a 1-mana creature, but we'll keep. Opponent starts Swamp. Thoughtseize. Giving us a little bit of free life loss. They take Looting. We untap. We draw Flame of the Keld. Play Bloodstained Mire. Fetch up a Blood Crypt. Bump our opponent. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Mutavault. Inquisitions. I think they take Fiery Temper here. Had we not drawn the second Flame, taking Flame would definitely be right, but I honestly think they take Fiery Temper. They don't. They take a Flame of the Keld. Opponent plays a Rack. We draw a Lightning Bolt. Play a Mountain. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Shrieking Affliction. Passes. Well, we bolt their face. Untap. Rack trigger. We draw. Sulphurous Springs. Play the Springs. Play Flame of the Keld. Pitch our hand, Madness. Bolt their face. Pass. Opponent on the all rack hand, we take half our life and damage next upkeep. Oh my gosh. Alright. Shrieking Affliction, rack. We're at 8. We draw 3 cards. Alright, so let's Faithless Looting. Discard Fiery Temper and Alms of the Vein. Shoot our opponent for 3. Drain our opponent for 3. And we'll see if we can survive. Opponent does nothing. Rack triggers, does 1 damage to us. We draw Fiery Temper. Get a triggered ability. Faithless Looting. Discard 2 bolts. Bolt our opponent to death? Alright, too many bolts. This is like the ideal hand. We'll keep. Opponent mulligans to 6. Play Blood Crypt. Play Swift Spear. Get in for 1. Opponent starts Flooded Strand, cracks Flooded Strand, gets an island, plays an Aether Vial. Untap. Draw Bloodstained Mire. Play Bloodstained Mire, crack Bloodstained Mire, get a mountain. Lava Spike. Lava Spike. Attack for 3. Oh, we have so many good draws. We might get the turn 3 kill if our opponent just doesn't have much. Not likely, but possible. Opponent plays a Hallowed Fountain tapped, doesn't want to risk the life loss. Plays a Maelstrom Wanderer. Untap. We draw Flame of the Keld. Play Sulphurous Springs. Faithless Looting. Prowess Trigger. Opponent vials in. Another Maelstrom Wanderer. Another Maelstrom Wanderer. Sacks the bigger Maelstrom Wanderer to counter Faithless Looting. Well, yeah, we'll pay for it. Loot. We'll discard Soul Scar and Flame of the Keld. Attack for 2. No blocks for opponent. Opponent goes to 7. They untap, put a counter on Aether Vial. Play a Flooded Strand. Opponent plays a Selfless Spirit. Umps Maelstrom Wanderer. Gets in for 2. We untap. We draw a Lightning Bolt. Get in for 1. Opponent blocks. Bolt our opponent. Prowess Trigger. Opponent sacks to counter unless we pay 1. We'll pay 1. Opponent goes to 4. Selfless Spirit down. Opponent vials in another Selfless Spirit. Untaps Aether Vial. Ticks up to 3. They could have Spell Queller now. Opponent plays an island. Runs out Geist of St. Traft. Does not attack. We untap, we draw. Lava Spike. I'm tempted to just Lava Spike and attack, but I think Flame of Keld here is better, because we know they don't have anything. So we'll Flame of Keld and discard Fiery Temper. This also means to kill it, they'd have to block with both creatures, which would mean losing their Geist and their only clock. So discard our hand, Fiery Temper Madness, target our opponent, pay a red, take our opponent to 1, Flooded Strand no longer available to them, attack for 3, opponent chumps with Selfless Spirit. Well, as long as our opponent doesn't draw a Spell Queller or we draw 2 or more bolts, we win the game. Opponent scoops it up. Okay. So versus Spirits. Let's bring in a Braids. Go down Rift Bolt. And I think we bring in Gut Shot. And go down Bump in the Night, a Lava Spike, and an Alms of the Vein. Try it like this. This hand's going to be a little bit slow, I think. But Bombat Courier makes it a little better. So we'll keep. Opponent starts Flooded Strand. Cracks Flooded Strand. Goes to 19. Shocks Temple Garden. Goes to 17. That's the 25th bolt right there. Plays Noble Hierarch. We untap. We draw a Gut Shot. A Braid. We'll play Blackcleave Cliffs. Play Bombat Courier. Get in for 1. Opponent does not block. Goes to 16. Opponent plays an island. Taps out for a Reflector Mage. That's a little bit annoying. We untap. We draw a Lava Spike. We'll play a mountain. Lava Spike our opponent. Down to 13. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Moorland Haunt. Casts a Collected Company. I'll let it resolve. We get a Mausoleum Wanderer and a Reflector Mage. Opponent gets in for 2. No blocks. Well, try bolting our opponent. It works. Untap. We draw Faithless Looting. Play a mountain. A Braid Reflector Mage. Opponent sacks to counter. We'll pay for it. Kill Reflector Mage. Pass the turn. This Moorland Haunt going to be kind of annoying here. Opponent plays a Breeding Pool tapped. Gets in for 3. Untap. We draw Lightning Bolt. Play Bombat Courier. Shock Blood Crypt. Attack for 1. Opponent exiles to make a dude. Bolt the dude. Card under Bombat Courier. No blocks. Faithless Looting. Discard a Braid, Fiery Temper. Madness. Bolt our opponent. Down to 6. Opponent gets in for 3, takes us to 9. We untap. We draw Faithless Looting. Well, let's Faithless Looting. Discard Alms the Vein and Fiery Temper. Make our opponent have something. Oh man, if they spell Queller right now, they're going to be sad. These are just madness triggers. They're not casts. Opponent should definitely be waiting until one of these is on the stack. Opponent Phantasmal Image and Reflector Mage. They get a Bombat Courier. They attempt to bounce our Bombat Courier. Well, we'll discard Sulphurous Springs just to draw. We draw Bombat Courier. So Madness. Target our opponent. Madness. Target our opponent. And we get there.